Well, the story itself, it's some people perceive it as a legend, but actually it happened in real life. Way back, maybe in the 1800s, there was an elderly, a hunter, that lived off the land, and unfortunately he had an accident at that time, and some people said that. He actually amputated his own leg because he had an accident, and and his leg couldn't heal. And his name is Shigebashu. Shigebashu. On the east end of the lake, there's a hill that's named after him, Shigebashuji. Well, the lake itself is called Bojigami, 32 kilometers in length. It is mentioned that this individual made an early start on this little toboggan, because he had one leg. So he pushed on one leg, and, he went one end to the other. He managed to harvest 2 porcupine, made it home with this 2 porcupine before dusk. That's quite a journey for an individual with one leg. Shigebashu was a very respected elder, that occupied the land where I presently hunt, where I occupy the trap line.
Diagnosen och kört att när ni har byggt upp det och så måste jag bestämma det är också det kan på jag när jag ska bygga bort och det är ju också det det nu tar jag nu är det ju vidare det är på det skulle det är också det och skulle det där det och det går inte att se vad det Saya dah tahu semua orang aku tu tadi. Aku tak tahu ni mana jadi tiga dia. Kamu tak jadi, iyo. Pas ni, atau kalau kita je ya, kau itu bagi lah. Tak semua nampak sih ni hot. Aku tak saya dah tahu semua. Tak semua nampak sih ni hot. Jadi kau tak jadi siapa. Tukses, ya kan kita jadi cium nak sih. Ya, nasi bus di nak sih dia lah. There's a concept in our culture, like when you say seeing is believing. Some young people today, sometimes what they see is this is not true. They never went through that. The adversity living off the land. So in order to survive in those days, you had to endure a lot of hardship. That's why I initiated the Shibabiju when I was with the Cree Nation Hominji, working as a social development coordinator. The youth council at that time built on it to address, there's an epidemic in the USG about diabetes. It was about over 300 kilometers journey. And there was a lot of people that enlisted on that, that registered to participate. At that time, it was very cold. It was harsh. It wasn't easy. And most of them finished, like I said, finished their journey.
I was told I was born in a old factory. I wanted to work. Maybe someday I can't work. Come to camp like I was talking today. Maybe I can do that when I grow older. Maybe the youth can work after I finish working when I grow older.
When I was in high school, I went on a snowshoe walk that lasted for 2 weeks. That was the first time I felt like a Cree woman. It helped a lot with my mental health. I have a lot of self-harm scars, but at that time I was trying to deal with it. And during the walk, I was walking with this woman, but she was pointing out some traditional medicine. So I was wondering if they had happy pills and traditional medicine. She was stumped. She couldn't really think of anything. She said, Well, we didn't really have that because we walked.
I think walking is it's a good medicine. I was supposed to walk on the journey of Nishiyu. I was supposed to join them from Chisasabi, but I backed out from that trip because I was having a lot of issues in my own life. I wasn't ready to take that step. I used to be in a group homes and stuff. So they did an activity where they took us out on the land. We walk on snowshoes, and it was a good walk. It was therapeutic, you know, therapy. You really connect with the land, and you're out there, you're walking, and just thinking about your life. So that's how I knew that it's a form of healing, because of that experience I had early on in my life.
And the walking out ceremony is very, very sacred for a child. Kind of like a welcome to the world and welcome to the hunting world for the boys. With the women, they carry their boughs or their wood, and that was symbolic to take care of their children and to also keep the site clean, to keep their teepee clean. When the mother or the father bring the tobacco out, that's sort of like a way to say thank you for being here. And it's sort of like a baptism as Cree people to be seen by Mother Earth and the animals. When I was in dialysis, I went through depression. At the time, I didn't really get in touch with my emotions. With walking, it really helped me. It was a time for me to really think about my life, the people before me, and to think about my future as well.
Mga gagadan and hinga wheelchairs gagadan. Msedon mushkedi to senga. Edi just subian de shwashkidja. Nashkedi mesmana pomptan kan adzik samanot ge dizik samanga ge hay de ba abupska. Awni ge tas sitman man. Kazip sagabian asko hamatian. Kazi tisianga. Kazi itekmanga. Sagabego min gishnagan. Min de zipumtan. Kazi tiksaman. Sozi yemen ga jado. Ash kazi pen das wons. Agasti Pomtan. En så gick statement. Mchedan. Maar min Pomtan je dit man. Naga wabunga wanzi betukshit. Wabunga da mtet wanzi. Mchedan. Vadit man. Kma gehni titian. Zibumtan. Agun haga adit man wabunga wanzi. Es buksemis hengeni de titian. We take things for granted. Too many things. And walking is one of them. And for some of us, we struggle with that. And in Timakai, for those that are able to
For the longest time, our people have been very nomadic. It wasn't in our nature to stay in one spot for a long time, but we stayed in this land as a whole, but we walked as a means of survival. But it was also more than that. Teamwork and caring for each other and really getting back to our roots as a people where we go on these long journeys together.
People talked, people told stories. I learned about why places were named the way they're named. There was one about having an argument about who shot the goose. And we heard so many different kinds of stories about what happened here. As Sinclair Mistachisic says, buckets full of stories, and they don't have any bottoms. Every time I'm out there walking in the winter, I'm amazed at how well used this place is. It seems to people in the South that this is so remote and that there's nobody out there. That's not true at all. People have been living here for so long, and they know the place so well, and they're out there all the time, and that kind of fascinates me.